Morning and welcome back to I-24 News. I'm Benjamin Tjong. Israeli Member of Parliament Avigdor Liberman is one step closer towards being appointed Israel's defense minister. An agreement was reached overnight Tuesday on Liberman's demands to join the government coalition. Liberman expands Netanyahu's current majority of 61 seats in the 120-seat parliament to 66. Well, according to sources within Netanyahu's Likud party, Liberman will be appointed defense minister when they officially sign the coalition. And according to our diplomatic correspondent Oz Rosenberg, the agreement to join the Netanyahu coalition will be signed at 11 a.m. today. Our correspondent Shani Nachshani has more in this report.
The Likud party announced this morning that the negotiation regarding the entrance of Avigdor Liberman's party to the coalition has ended. The agreement is due to be signed later today, and after it's approved, the coalition will have 66 parliament members out of the 120, giving Netanyahu a more stable governing coalition. Avigdor Liberman is expected to be sworn on the coming week, and right afterwards he will start his position as Israel's new defense minister. The sides reached a settlement overnight after they had some disagreements regarding Liberman's terms, which included a demand for financial benefits for new immigrants. Liberman had already given up on his previous demands that included a civil marriage law and a death penalty for terrorists. One of the obstacles for the political move might be the education minister Naftali Bennett from the Jewish Home Party. Bennett demands that a military secretary be appointed to the cabinet in order to prevent the prime minister, the defense minister, and the chief of the general staff making decisions without consulting the cabinet. Netanyahu did not accept Bennett's demand, and therefore Bennett might not support Liberman's appointment. The widening of the coalition comes amid the old Bibi Tour scandal that is back in the headlines. According to the state comptroller's report, between 2003 and 2005, when Netanyahu was finance minister, 7 out of the 15 foreign trips by Netanyahu and his family were funded by non-governmental organizations, such as Israel Bonds and private businessmen, and were not properly reported to the relevant legal sources. That, according to the comptroller, might create a wrong image of private benefits or conflict of interests. The comptroller, however, also mentions that at the time, in comparison to other ministers, Netanyahu's conduct was not irregular.
A short while ago, our diplomatic correspondent Oz Rosenberg provided the following analysis on the new coalition.
Liberman had his own demands, which said we want pensions to newly immigrants for our demographic only to be raised, and the people of Kahlon, which is the Treasury Ministry, said equality for all or nothing. We talked to them yesterday. They said, well, Liberman is going to have to flex all the way, come meet us all the way. I mean, either that or no agreement will be held. And we do know that during the last night, during 2 nights ago, Liberman flexed more and more and more over to that side. So an understanding or an oral agreement has been made. I mean, they did meet each other at about 1.5 raise to pensions to all. Netanyahu's way will be paved even more than he did before, like you mentioned. 66 members of coalition is way better than 61. Netanyahu will have more latitude. But again, there's a big if on that, because Bennett has been pressing on that for 2 years, and he has now the comptroller's report on Operation Protective Edge to support his idea. So we'll have to see.